good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, Starbase News. I am your host, Billy Heimline, and I'm here with the 585th Federal Ter- Terran Colonial Fleet, also known as FTCF, and I'm here with Worm,
Hello.
Evan,
Evan said, "Hello."
Spider,
Oh dear, the bot is so slow.
Jackson, and
Hello.
blah, blah, blah. And finally, Legate. There we go.
Hello.
So, what can you guys tell us about the faction? What are your main operating goals, so to speak?
Mutual protection assured for all of our members.
Spider, you said something about a fire second rule. What exactly is a fire second rule?
We won't be the first to fire.
Okay, so assume neutrality. What do you guys
Yes.
primarily do besides combat? Do you play any other games? Do you focus more on trade or defense?
I would.
Hmm.
I recommend on expansion first.
What does expansion look like for you? For FTCF anyway.
Mm, we don't have clear plans and stuff yet.
When and how was FTCF formed?
From what I know, Crosshair.
Oh yeah, we were like in a crosshair, and that's how we formed.
Crosshair or Corsair?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
The Corsair Starbase, right?
Hmm.
Spider, you said that you guys were formed after Max got kicked out of GAR. Is there
That
any,
too.
yeah, is there any specific like hierarchy events? Did you guys decide you were going to form the faction after Max got kicked out of GAR or before? Or after Corsair? Okay,
Spider. I'm pretty sure.
okay, so Max was just being kicked out. Was it the catalyst? It was the Corsair, correct?
Uh, Spider, you joined right after I joined, right? Or was it? Or did you met Max before?
Hmm.
Pretty sure you joined after I joined. You mentioned like a day later. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm. So can any of you guys tell me what the what the process was like in the early days? How you got your first initial members and kept those active?
I think Evan can tell you more on that one.
Mm-hmm. Um. So how did you guys start your growth? How did you recruit your first initial members? Just use a jetpack, Evan. There you go. We're all standing on chairs now. Now. Anyways. Okay.
It was called Altera Corporation, the group.
Okay. Okay. Max was recruiting when. Okay, so it was just a endurance thing. How would you guys say you are at battle strategy and combat?
Yeah,
Evan?
can you repeat that again?
Sorry. How would you guys say you guys are at like solo battle strategy and combat?
Mm,
Jackson said. Playing local forecast elevator theme during this to set the mood. Smiley face.
Oh wait, there's a music bot in here.
No, I'm playing it on Spotify on my end.
uh,
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, I need to put some background music on this, but whatever. I'll do it in post. Anyway, where was I?
you're talking about like our combat skill or something?
Yeah, your comment goes. How do you generally approach combat? Do you focus on fighters and bombers, capitalistic ships, escorts, or a mix?
Ooh. I usually use capital ships and the SBC, Super Battle Cruiser. That's what I mainly focus on.
Spider, why the super dreadnought? Oh, is that so? So, what lessons you guys think you could take from your previous joint engagement? A battle that lasted what 2 hours? With TC and Gar. Okay, yeah. I can. Take down the legendary battle
Mm.
cruiser immediately. Yeah, the legendary battle cruiser is always a pain in the ass because of its infinite cloak. its cloak just never runs out. What are oh yeah I'll repeat that for Evan real quick. Um, what are some of the lessons learned in your first initial engagement with Gar?
Avoid.
Honestly, in my opinion, it would not be like head directly in like like barge in about any knowledge or anything like that. I recommend using strategic plans and stuff before heading into battle.
How important did the coordination between you and TCE play a part um during your attack during your battle with Gar? I believe what last week. I'm not sure when that was, but
I think it was yesterday.
yeah, yesterday-ish. Did that present any problems? Okay, what problems did it present, and why do you think they were problems?
Hold on, my dog is like crying. Hold on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. From VC Evan. Uh, so you couldn't coordinate with Vortex, right? Um, and the rest of FTC. High command.
I'm back.
All right.
What's the question?
Um, how how did you think your how did your how did your how did being in the VC with TC impact your coordination during the last battle with Gar?
Mm,
Did it do it for the better, or the worse?
I'm not really sure. I wasn't necessarily in the battle.
Okay, yeah, no, but for those people who were there, I know I've already gotten Spiders and Max's responses, but everyone else is good to go. All right. Anything to add about this before we move on to the next question? Because nope, nothing.
No, not really.
All
Nothing.
right. What are some of the issues you've had as a growing faction?
Mm.
How so? Hmm. Really? Okay. Yeah, the Giga Laser. The Giga Laser. Yes.
When our faction was growing, I was worried about the. I was thinking about like discipline and stuff.
So you're worried about discipline?
When I was thinking about that, when our faction was growing, I was thinking about discipline to like respect the leaders and stuff.
Hmm.
to expect their higher ups. And mainly due to inactivity, which may be a problem in the future.
Okay. So, to recap, one of your biggest issues is a lot of issue. Back to there's a comment between the ranks. No. hmm
I am more worried about CC
Deciding by and just nuking your server.
possibly and potentially overpower us in battle.
Overpowering you in battle isn't an issue with CC because not that they're bad, it's just that you can recover from a defeated battle. You can't recover from some guy deciding, I'm going to join CC and nuke your server. And nuking your server. Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Yes. Have you guys ever thought of the. Have you guys ever thought of the. hmm Okay. Okay, yeah. But some roles will need to have moderator privileges and stuff like that as well. Um, no, no, no. Okay, I guess this is. Yeah. Um, alright, I'm gonna go skip over that. Going on to the next question. Have you ever guys entertained the idea of doing like mock battles within your ranks? Basically, you just
Oh,
fight each other to try and increase skills.
we never did that. Well, not sure if we plan on to do it, but it might be a good idea, but we're not sure about it yet.
hmm
It might be useful in the future. It might be
Yeah.
like we could like separate the strongest from the weakest, and like
In old
hmm,
Starbase, a lot of the strongest factions were the ones that constantly like fought against each other in free for alls and the like. Um, but the other, but I would argue there are a couple of upsides to the mock battles, such as coordination, allowing your people to get combat experience against other players and leveling up, so to speak, their skill as well.
hmm, hmm.
what overall? How are you guys? Are you guys happy with how the faction is progressing and how the state of the faction is?
It, I think it's going pretty well. I think it is going pretty well. I'm just more concerned about the inactivity, like Evan said.
You can always gain new members and push the inactive ones. That's always certainly an idea, and don't be afraid to do that because if you are, you'll just your faction. hmm Um, if you were to fight another faction of similar size and skill level, what do you think the deciding factor would be? If you were to fight like another faction of the same or similar skill level, what do you think the outcome would be?
Mm.
I'm not sure about the others, but I think the deciding factor would be who can endure the longest. Because if both factions are generally on equal terms, it essentially would turn into a battle of endurance.
Mm-hmm.
True. Mm. It might also depend on strategic stuff too, if I'm correct or not.
Yes, you are. I would actually argue that it heavily does depend on strategic shifts. You can't just pair two. You can't pair a rail. You can pair a railgun battleship with a super battlecruiser, but that would just be a waste of the super battlecruisers. Some of the super battlecruiser's abilities because super battlecruiser is a pretty good all rounder. Where the railgun battleship just yummy. It eats whole. Yeah, but it has infinite cloak, and that just makes it more annoying than anything.
And if we ever had like the same capabilities with another faction, I recommend using focus on mind power instead of like brute force. Mind power is probably the primary thing if we're saying that type of stuff.
Boarding boarding has been a controversial topic in star bases, especially within factions. Do you guys think it's a valid question? What valid response to valid tactic? Why or why not?
Mm, not really sure.
hmm Yeah, it's hard to stop. It's not hard to stop. It's just annoying to stop. I feel like that's why the community hates it so much because some guy with a gun can get in there without any warning and just kill your entire crew, and then just keep killing your entire crew. Yeah, no, and I think some guns can even go through shield protection through the little shield, the spawn plot you get when respawning on a ship. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Pew. 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 Just imagine I'm ad libbing this. Pew. 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 Um. Why? Okay. No. That's all the questions I have for you guys. Have a good night.
You too.